ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV.
Bless now, don't forget rest now. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. I'm going to be in and out, okay? Purely as I'm very tired. I need to get some sleep. We just listened to Morbid Angels, Blessed as the Sick record. All the videos should be up by now as far as my song by song listen through and reaction and commentary and everything in between. 12 songs on this record. What I really did like is the song lengths, okay? We approached this as sort of like a Rain in Blood variation of all of the death metal records we've been listening to up until this point. I like the short form death metal approach to things. It's doesn't work as well as like thrash metal being short form, because there's a little more of a punk aspect when it comes to the thrash metal, and with the lyrical content being a little more understandable in thrash metal, it makes more sense, whereas death metal I feel relies a little more so on the instrumental, so it has to be really good, and you have to cram a lot into that 2 minutes, given that you wanted to do this, what Morbid Angel have done, and they've done it right. Yeah, they definitely have done it right. I liked it a lot. The music video, the self-titled Blessed Are the Sick, that was really good. They went low and slow for that, and it works. Morbid Angel have got a great way of going heavy and slow, and doing it in a way which isn't just like three power chords played slow together. They really make unique riffs and have them crushingly heavy, even whilst being in E standard tuning, which is unbelievable. A great showcase of what heaviness actually is. It's not to be just relied on lower tunings and drop tunings and everything in between. A lot of bands feel like you have to tune low in order to be heavy, but this band proves otherwise. The tuning is but a mere stylistic choice, so to speak. The drumming was really good. There was a lot of unique sections, and as far as the drumming's concerned and uniqueness is concerned, I'm actually just going to throw the guitars in the works as well. The guitars and the drums came together to create some very unique patterns and rhythms, and this is across the board, the album as a whole. A lot of great unique ideas, a lot of stylistic choices you won't hear in other death metal bands. Definitely not. Of course, they did shoot themselves in the foot from time to time, because there were a few like major key riffing, which I don't mind too much, but it has to work, and I didn't feel it worked at times. The guitar solos were unique, but sometimes it was just sort of like egocentric warble, just like guitar wank for the sake of it. I'm not bothered about that. What more can I say? The growls were acceptable. I mean, not really my sort of thing. I'm not a traditional death metal head. I do like listening to death metal and experiencing extreme music, and I like to engage with you lot doing it, but I come from hardcore punk, and before that I came from thrash, so I've never really into death metal. I was like brutal death and gore and stuff like that, but as far as like traditional death metal, it just never touched me, and it's to this day it's still not necessarily my taste. I like a deicide and stuff like that, as to where they have a little more of a skank, a little more of a little bit of a push party element to it. This band's a bit more frantic, a bit more blasty, a bit more here, there, and everywhere, which doesn't necessarily tickle my pickle, I'll tell you that. But I do like the length of the record. I like the length of the songs generally, and that's about it really. I can just sort of leave that there. I'm not going to return back to this record. A lot of people say this is like the best band ever. This is like the best death metal band going. Judging by this record in particular, I definitely would disagree. I'd say that it's great as far as creative value is concerned. They're very creative instrumentally. They go outside of the box most of the time. Like, they're definitely beyond the standard death metal band, and the writing is more unique and thought-provoking and separate, whilst still being death metal, most definitely still being everything they should be, and that's to be applauded. That's to be brilliant. But yeah, I don't think too much to this record. I'm not going to return to it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. We are going to continue going on through Morbid Angel's discography. And for you death metal heads, I mean, don't take it personally, because next time we'll do Cannibal Corpse's second record, and even though Cannibal Corpse are like the best band ever, I'm still more than likely going to come in with a bias and approach it in the same way and have the same result, because it's just traditional death metal to me. So take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, 5 out of 10. I'm not returning to it. I wasn't that impressed by it. 2-minute songs are good because I can get it over and done with, and if I don't like it, which generally will be the case, I can just sort of, pass it on and move on to the next idea and the next idea and the next idea, and that's it, and then say I've listened to Morbid Angel. And I'm signing out on that one, people. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.